Hello, my name is Matthias Kavodi. Welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about 1602, written by Neil Gaiman. Incredible art by Adam Kubert. At least for me, it's his best ever, hands down. And his collaboration with the colorist really shows, and it takes things to another level. Richard Isanova is the colorist. And another thing, this particular series had some really fantastic and emblematic covers done by Steve McCohen, something like that. I probably butchered that name. But the covers to each one of these issues were just freaking beautiful. So let's get into the story. Don't let me spoil it for you guys. If you haven't read 1602, it's really, really worth it. It has like a really crazy ending and a big plot twist near the end that might turn some people off. The first time I read it, I didn't like it, but the second time I went back to it, I thought that was pretty ingenious. So the whole idea of the series is, what if we have the Age of Heroes within this particular historical period of 1602? So we start off, we got Queen Elizabeth. She's talking to her head of intelligence, which is Nick Fury. And they're sort of talking about this whole situation that it feels like the end of the world. There's like really weird natural disasters and storms taking place that all feel a little bit metaphysical or supernatural in nature. The Queen is also not in good health, so her good doctor, Dr. Strange, is there to check up on her health. And Nick Fury knows that Dr. Strange not only is a normal doctor, that he's dabbling in the mystic arts. He tells him, I'm keeping an eye on you. I know you're up to some mischievous activities that might get you in some trouble. Then we cut to Spain, because here's sort of like a really interesting concept that I see reused in Tini Howard's Excalibur nowadays. Mutants are considered witch breed. They're children of the devil, basically. And so the Spanish Inquisition is actively trying to hunt them down, burning them to a stake. So here we have poor Angel. He's been captured. They're going to execute him next morning. Then we have young Peter Parker. That it's not pronounced that way. It's written really weird, like Parker, something like that. And he's actually Nick Fury's like protege or understudy. And so he and Fury are at this tavern. They're trying to contact an informant, which is actually Matt Murdock, who's this guy that sings around different taverns, but since he has heightened senses, he can hear all the conversations within the bar. So like, he's a really, really good informant. But what you have to see is, especially as I said before, the art is just really fantastic. The coloring too, it really sets the mood. And oh man, look, the binding on this is sort of dying out. This is a beautiful hardcover, but I can't remember what year did this come out. It came out in 2003. So the binding is sort of not liking it too much that I'm opening the pages up so much. So going back to the idea of the witch breed, and I mentioned previously the Inquisition, and there's a really cool thing is that the head of the Inquisition is Magneto. That's obviously he's a mutant, but he's sort of hiding it. He has his daughter Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver that also are mutants, but he's like keeping that hidden, and he's hunting other mutants to be able to hide the fact that they are mutants and they are witch breed too. And that really adds to a very interesting dynamic and contradiction within Magneto himself within the story. Then we have Doctor Strange, who's trying to find out where all this supernatural activity and all these natural disasters coming from. What's the source? So he goes into his astral form, and we cut to this character called Virginia Dare, that I think she was created for this story specifically. I might be totally wrong. And her Indian bodyguard, this really tall, blonde Indian who is keeping a watchful eye on Virginia, whom is established in the story to be the first born within the colony of the British colony in the United States, firstborn in the colony. She's sent back to have an audience with the Queen. They need more funds. They need more help. They're really struggling with the harvests each year. But Doctor Strange sort of realizes something's off with Rojas, the Indian, the tall blonde dude, and he's actually going to be a really, really interesting character in the story further down the line. So here's the part where we have Magneto and the Spanish Inquisition. So the intel that actually Nick Fury is trying to get is that we sort of get this legend of the Knights Templar that went on the Crusades to the Holy Land. They found a treasure, and because they found the treasure in the first place, it was something that was very dangerous and very powerful, and that led to the Templars being hunted down, and that the treasure is actually being kept by this old wise man. He's kept it hidden. He's trying to get it to Great Britain. There's a nefarious actor that I'm not going to spoil who it is yet, but it's going to be pretty obvious as the story progresses, who really wants to get his hands on this particular treasure, the treasure of the Templar. And I think I should leave it here because, no, wait. Poor Angel, he gets rescued by the rest of the witch breed, so we're going to get the introduction of the X-Men within the 1602 universe, whom are all pretty cool in their designs, except for maybe we get this weird situation with Jean Grey that she's trying to pass as a boy because she's not, if she's a girl, she's not going to get an instruction by Charles Xavier. But it's always really, really, really obvious that she's a girl. But that aside, I'm going to leave this here. This story is really worth reading. The art is really fantastic. Neil Gaiman gives it his all and really world building and creating this whole scenario that it's really weird that Marvel hasn't done more with this. I know they had like maybe 2 other stories spin out of this, but has not been revisited since forever. It's like sort of forgotten, like the Earth X, Paradise X situation. So I'm going to leave this video here. Hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time.